yesterday's head count?
I've got a few knocks, a few out for tomorrow night, but it's time for everybody to be stand up and be counted. You know, we won't hide away from anything. Saturday wasn't good enough, and we've got a chance to put it right on a Tuesday. You always want a quick turnaround if you've suffered a defeat and a poor performance. So we now have a chance to go and put it right ourselves.
And even with those injuries, still happy that there is a game so quick.
Probably could do without it right this moment in time with what we've got, but it's there. You deal with it, and you know we will. We worked yesterday. We did a little bit of the warm down, and the ones who did a little bit of work ready for Tuesday. We'll be in today. We have a look at the DVD. We're going to go out on the training ground, and we're going to put a few things into practice for tomorrow night. And we just have to keep working hard. You know, we're not out of anything yet. We've had a bad start. We're not the start we're after. We know that. But there's still plenty of time to go.
In terms of putting things right and getting back to basics, as you want the players to do, as you said after the game, is it a tactical thing? Is it a mental thing? What is it they've got to do?
It's a bit of both, to be honest. Last year we kept 20 clean sheets. This year we've kept 1 in 7. And you know, I can't blame Scott Brown for any of the goals. So, you know, he has to demand more off his defenders, his midfield players and the strikers, and you know, we've just got to keep working hard at defending as a team, because you know it's not the back four, the 2 centre halves or the full backs that defend, it's everybody. And at the minute we're just, you know, we're not creating enough, but we're also a little bit too open for our liking, and that's costing us games. You know, we played quite well second half after looking back at the DVD, but it meant nothing because we were, you know, we didn't get anything out of the game. We were 2 goals behind at the time, so you know there's things we need to address, but we're not pressing any panic buttons. We're not out of anything. We've just, like I said before, we've just made not the start we're after.
And in terms of this competition, normally it's a chance for you to give sort of a couple of people in the squad who haven't been getting game time. Do you sort of try and stick with what you've been playing and try and get them to get it right?
To just, we've got a few injuries on the back of Saturday and what's gone on, you know, before. Troy's out. Troy, who was out before. Jamie probably won't be ready to. Well, Jamie won't be ready to start. Stevie Elliott will be missing. Craig will be missing. Matt Richards has got a bit of a knock that we've got to see how he is today. So it gives people an opportunity to come in and stake their claim for a place in the team. You know, I don't have an 11. I don't have a 12 that I pick from. I have a squad of 18, 19 to pick from, and if it means I chop and change a little bit for this one, and it's up to them. You know, it's up to the players who put a shirt on tomorrow, go out and start the game to make it their own for Saturday.
And people like Ash and Billy Jones, who you decided not to bring on Saturday, they could probably do with the game, couldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, people have had to wait patiently, but there becomes a time where they've got to go and step up to it. You know, that's why we have practice matches out here. That's why we have reserve games where for everyone's fitness. So when they're called upon, they're ready. You know, and they should all be chomping at the bit, thinking, well, no one's making that particular position that I'm playing in their own. You know, now's my chance. Let's grab it, and there'll be a few opportunities tomorrow for a few to stake their claim.
You said Jamie's not ready to start. Does that mean he might have a chance of being on the bench?
Yeah, possibly. We'll step him. He'll train today with the boys, and he trained yesterday. Yeah, a strong possibility.
And you know exactly what to expect from Plymouth, don't you? After
yeah, we got beaten up, and again, like similar to Bury, we conceded 3 sloppy goals in a short period of time. Even quicker against Bury, which was more alarming. We know what they're about. We know they're decent at they're good at what they do. We've got, like I said on Saturday, we've got to find our identity. We've got to get back to working harder as a team. I you know, sometimes take that as a given. Maybe this group hasn't quite grasped that yet, and maybe they just need to reinforce that. But they'll know, and I'm far from despondent. I was disappointed Saturday, at a bit of a loss within our first half performance, and with the first goal that we conceded, pulled my hair out. just how it happened. You know, comical in terms of how we dealt with Craig being down. You know, and then to concede 2 quick goals after that was you know, disappointing. But I say I watched the DVD. There was some good things in the second half, but you know, not enough to get us back into the game, unfortunately.
It's transfer window deadline day. Does that mean anything to you today, this year?
We've got a couple of injuries, and I've phoned a couple of clubs and a couple of people about a couple of things, but we'll see what just develops throughout the day.
Thank you. Good luck.
So there could be something coming in.
I don't know, John. To be honest, mate. I'd listen. If it was up to me, I'd bring a couple in. Yeah, definitely. But you know, we have to see what money's available. We have to see what players are available. I'm happy with what I've got, but they're obviously not performing to the levels we want at the moment. I'm more than happy if we have to stick with it. You know, but I would be a liar right this moment in time if I said to you I'm not trying to, you know, do a little bit just to maybe give us, if we need it, something a little bit, whether it's different or just something new. Just, you know. That said, you know, there's players waiting in the wings for their chance, and you know, a few will be given an opportunity to do that tomorrow night. Just, you know, with a number of, we've picked up an unusual amount of knocks for a squad of our size, and for what's happened here in the past, and you know, we had a lot of luck over the last couple of years, and unfortunately, you know, that it's coming to bite us right at this moment in time. And like I said, that's not an excuse. It's just a fact. And you know, if I can try and bring, like I say, one in, then I think we'd benefit from that. But like I say, we'll see what happens during the day.
Yeah. Is it fair to say defensive, because we've got three injuries in the
well,
back
yeah,
four
that's
at the
not
moment.
helped us. I've got Troy, Stevie, and Craig all missing tomorrow night, so obviously that's not a good sign. But you know, Stevie should be back for the weekend. Troy's not too far away. Craig will be out for a little while by the looks of it. So we'll just see what comes of the day. To be honest, I've got cover. I'm happy enough. I've picked a team for tomorrow night that I'm comfortable with. If I can reinforce it somewhere, then I will do so.
Yeah, the competition rules, you can't change everyone, not that you would be able to anyway, but with the injuries, does that give you a bit more leeway with how many changes you can make?
No, it doesn't. No. So, but we're all right with whatever. We haven't got the biggest squads anyway, so you know, at this early stage of the season, I think pretty much whatever we go with will be all right.
Yeah. Can you give us any hints about who might be given a chance, who isn't playing at the moment, without giving the whole team away?
Yeah, well, pretty much the whole. You know, anybody on the bench must surely be thinking they have a chance of starting. So, you know, one or two enforced changes, one or two changes that I feel are right. So we'll see. You know, we'll work on things. We worked on a couple of things yesterday. We'll work on a couple of things today, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, Russ Penn said those were quite heated exchanges afterwards with the players. Do you mind that, because they let them sort it out amongst themselves? And
well, they can, as long as it's done properly and words were said, and I want them to, but I don't want them to do it in the dressing room. I want them to do it on the pitch. You know, you can talk all you like in the dressing rooms, you can talk all you like here and to the cameramen and to your interviews, but it's about doing something and dealing with it on the pitch, and at the moment in time, that's not happening. If it takes words, if it takes, you know, where people are getting into proper discussions about how things are going for us or how things aren't going for us, then, and it works to better us, then I'm always happy with that.
yeah. Cheers, Mark. Thank you.